Good afternoon, everybody. How's it going? It is 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday, June 29th. One more day left in the month, one more day for the monthly candle of Bitcoin. And today I want to share with you some things. First of all, I want to go over some recent news just over the last couple days. So obviously there's been a lot happening, but I want to go over that. I want to follow up on the video from last time of the DeFi yield farming. Then I want to go over the price of Bitcoin and the altcoin market in general, and some trades that we were in a stock market mentor group that have worked out really well. So if you could, please hit that like and subscribe button. I would appreciate it greatly. And just remember that today, nothing is to be considered financial advice. Everything in this video is to be considered for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. I am just a trader, but I do have my opinions and I do want to share them. First of all, let's get right into the news. Bitcoin short-term setup is challenging. JP Morgan strategists warn. Don't really have to read the article. Bitcoin's weekend dance between 30 and 34,000 seems to strengthen the short-term uncertainty narrative, as JP Morgan strategists believe the cryptocurrency market is not yet healthy. That just tells me they're buying. I've heard this from a couple other people that have interpreted it the same way. They're buying around 30,000, and as we've seen, as Bitcoin gets down around 30,000 level, boom, buy, boom, buy, boom, buy. Look at all those bottom wicks. So looking at that, that would confirm that thesis. Not to say that it doesn't go down further, or that the potential to go down further isn't an option. Next, moving on to Ethereum, looks to retake $2,000 days before London hard fork. Big breakout ahead. Well, as you've seen, Jim Cramer announced he was buying Ethereum here, and we've since broken out. We've gotten above the $2,200 mark. So the London hard fork is making improvements ahead of the EIP 1559. Essentially, will cap Ethereum's gas fees while moderating the volatility of the network's transaction fees. So this is also going to help with lower fees, lower gas fees. So good things for Ethereum. That's kind of the main reason why a lot of people went over to the Binance Smart Chain. I went over to the Binance Smart Chain because the fees were so much lower. I mean, you were getting $80 to $120 sometimes on IDOs. You were getting up to like $600 for one transaction it would cost people. So obviously miners aren't going to like this. That's how they make their money. But it had to happen sooner or later, and now it's about to happen between London hard fork and EIP 1559. Next, Billionaire vows to spearhead Mexico's first Bitcoin-friendly bank. So we've seen back and forth with Mexico, wealthiest man in Mexico talking about Bitcoin being a great investment and getting into it, and then other things that are on the negative side. But it just seems like more and more you're seeing countries just adopt Bitcoin, and it's just going to continue to happen. I believe how that has an effect on the price, I guess we'll see. It'll probably take a little longer than people think, but just wanted to share that with you. Moving on to yesterday, despite regulatory uncertainty, Indian crypto investment surges 19,900% in 1 year. So India, that was kind of the big thing that during the downward trend, the bearish trend, the bear market that we've been in, is India banning Bitcoin and blah 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 blah. And then Vitalik Buterin, sold a bunch of his Shiba Inu coins and donated the money to India for something. Anyways, just showing more adoption. Chain Analysis estimates the total invested in crypto across India grew from 200 million to 40 billion over roughly the past year, with the firm estimating 15 million Indians are exposed to cryptocurrency. So it just goes to show too, like, banning Bitcoin, it's not really possible. I mean, if you have the internet, you could buy and sell Bitcoin. There's really no way to stop it, but I guess governments could do a lot of stuff to, kind of deter the growth of it, and maybe if people follow along, they'll just accept it being banned or whatnot. But just showing more and more adoptions. However, on the negative side, which kind of I wouldn't say misleading, just kind of a blown up headline, institutions turn bearish on Ethereum as record $50 million exits Ether investment products. That's like nothing though, so I just wanted to bring this up. I mean, according to the CoinShares Digital Asset Fund Flows weekly report, Ether products have now experienced outflows for 3 consecutive weeks, with 64.3 million leaving the sector since the week ending June 6th. This article was from 18 hours ago, so I don't know if that was before or after Jim Cramer announced buying, and the price was maybe under 2,000 at the time, but $50 million, you think like the big buys in Bitcoin were like 500 million, 100 and 1 billion, and so 50 million just doesn't really, do it for me. If it was something significantly more, then I would definitely, take it to heart, or take consideration of it. And I'll watch it. I'll keep watching it. So saw Ethereum Classic jump today over the last 24 hours, and for me it was just like, well, why? It's just a kind of a piece of junk that doesn't really do anything, but it looks like it's turning into something actually, where they are going to have a hard fork. To ensure a successful fork, we asked ETC consumers to upgrade their node software to a Magneto compatible. That's what they're going to call it. It's going to call the upgrade, which the community has dubbed Magneto, will include the 4 Ethereum improvement proposals, first seen in Ethereum's Berlin upgrade earlier this year. I think that was in March. So it'll implement the project's latest version, now scheduled for launch in late July. So something to watch, Ethereum Classic. Maybe wait for a pullback. I don't know, but this hard fork really came at the right time, the announcement and stuff like that. So maybe it'll come with something. If you remember, Ethereum Classic, it takes like 10,000 confirmations to transfer, where like some might take 3 or 5. I can't remember how many Bitcoin takes. I think it's under 10 though. But yeah, anyways, on to celebrity news. Tom Brady and Gisele Bundchen, don't know how to say her last name, I'm sorry, but she's the Victoria's Secret model that Tom Brady is married to, take equity stake in FTX crypto exchange. And let me tell you something, FTX is no joke. More and more people I hear using it. Everybody I talk to in the crypto community that I know, they're using it, they like it, and it's not really gone up in price from that. It's up 6.4% today, their token, FTT, and it's kind of doing the same thing as everything, following Bitcoin. You can see that head and shoulders pattern right there, recovering. I mean, a lot of people talk about the Wyckoff accumulation. Not super, I don't know much about that. I've been following it a little bit. That it's playing out perfectly, but same kind of look as Bitcoin. Anyways, if you remember, I don't know if I mentioned it in the video or in the Stock Market Mentor forum, that I'm going to be looking through every altcoin and low market cap altcoin I could find, and I've been through 1,600 altcoins in the last 2 days that I've been looking through. Some in greater detail than other, and some that I've written down that I'll get into detail that have caught my attention. But everything now that I'm looking up is popping up on FTX. So maybe something to consider from a fundamental standpoint. FTX, they are growing. They're already number 43 with a $2.3 billion market cap, and if they want to be in the top 10, they got to essentially double from here. So maybe even a little late to the game for me, but something to definitely watch. Anyways, moving on to more recent news. Well, 19 hours ago, the last one was the recent as well. Binance suspends popular Fiat RAM for UK customers amid regulatory crackdown. Heard about them banning the futures. Essentially, it's just not legal, so they're just kind of complying. Same thing here. Really not doing anything except for, you could still use the exchange. You just, from what I understand, can transfer in, transfer out. You can still use bank cards or something like that. But good read through the article. When I read through it, and when I heard about this through another person kind of deciphering it, it really doesn't seem like it means much of anything. I think if anything, Swissborg can have a benefit from this. People will transfer over to there. Swissborg had a high of like $1.50 or $1.90 or something like that. Yeah, $1.50 from 1 cent. So gotta love these exchange coins. Anyways, moving on, I wanted to just mention this real quick. So we all know that China, the largest mining operations, existed there, and China has essentially banned crypto mining, whatever, just so everything's moving out of there. So you can see the hash rate has dropped significantly in Bitcoin, but I expect that to slowly pick back up after it levels off once everybody, I mean, we all saw all the Bitcoin mining equipment moving to the U.S., so good on the U.S., finally maybe getting with it. But yeah, I think that I expect to see that pick back up, and like I've been saying, I just still think we're going to be sideways a little bit for the price of Bitcoin. There's been some excitement today and yesterday. We talked about, again, I can't decipher between whether it was in the forum or whether it was in one of these videos, but just, talking about moving sideways, and we've been doing that. That's the head and shoulders pattern. You're not going to shoot straight up. In a failed head and shoulders, you want to see sideways action. So that's what we're seeing right now, and we just need to see it a little longer. Talking about maybe mid to end of July, maybe August, to see an upward move. We could see a downward move sooner. So should we see that? And could always be wrong. Maybe we see a sharp spike upwards. You do have Jack Dorsey and Elon Musk having some type of conversation about Bitcoin, and I think that's going to benefit Bitcoin, and it's going to benefit Dogecoin even. I think it's later this week, but might as well get right into the price of Bitcoin. You see the weekly chart, head and shoulders still exists there, so that's still something to watch out for. You don't want to disregard that. That's one of the most common bearish formations, patterns that exist. So keeping it simple, we had, this bear pennant, and this bear pennant right here, and breaking up this soon in it is really good, because the longer it plays out, the longer it gets closer to that point, that tip, the less likely it is to break upwards. So good that we're not even like halfway through this, and hopefully we close above it. And then, I did make my buy, like I said I would, if it broke upward out of there. Getting a little rejected at this resistance. It looks like we're going to run into about 38,000 and the 50-day moving average right about the same time, should we close above this downward trend line. But good to see. I mean, we haven't had really a strong break upward. We've broken upward and failed, so let's see how we do there. We've been talking about this 50-day moving average, getting a little downward pressure from it and breaking sideways through it, and then moving up to the 200-day moving average, probably getting rejected, and then as the 50-day moving average curls back up, putting upward pressure on the price of Bitcoin to finally push through and upward through that 200-day moving average. And that looks like it's playing out still. I've been saying that for weeks, probably over a month now, probably a month and a half, that's what we're looking for to happen. So just being patient, still in the mode of taking gains on trades, and not being too greedy and just holding on too long, because you still could see pullbacks, and probably will on every little jump. It just seems like an accumulation phase now. Look how long we've been going through this, since May 19th, so 6 weeks, and we've been really bearish, not bearish, but we kind of were cautious as we were in this range. And then I know I made a couple losing trades at the 42 area, and the even up here, I had a losing trade up here. But since here, we've been sideways, we've been patient. I've made 5 buys between 33 and 37,000. Still over 60% cash. Also hold a few small cap altcoins and Matic and Cardano, and I exited my DOT trade today, but we had some working ones. Filecoin I'm still holding on to from a trade entered in yesterday. That's the only one. ZRX did okay on, and Link and Uniswap did okay on, but Filecoin is really crushing right now. Matic's doing okay. That's just a core that I hold. I actually didn't enter any trades on that, but altcoins are doing the same thing they've been doing. They've been following Bitcoin. When Bitcoin moves up, altcoins pop up a little harder. When Bitcoin moves down, altcoins drop a little harder. I've been building my altcoin watch list. I really, as you know, I feel that we're starting to turn bullish. You know, not 100% yet. Still cautious for that head and shoulders pattern. Still think it's going to be a while. Really going to start scanning on a daily basis. You know, hopefully around 100 a day. So that'd be really nice. But look at what's nice about altcoins is we haven't had a breakout from, you know, a downtrend line or any type of bearish flag or bearish pennant since June 2nd. So it's been a month, and look at that. Now we're breaking out from a downtrend line, and hopefully we get a little, you know, 20-30% gain in the altcoin market, total market cap, come up to the 50-day moving average. We held the 200 in the altcoin market cap. So I'm mainly on the Bitcoin right now, but it seems like, you know, everything's kind of moving in the same direction at the same time, which is kind of tough with crypto unless you do some short selling, because if Bitcoin's moving up, everything else is moving up. But if Bitcoin's moving down, it's not like there's going to be anything to trade on the long side. So just be patient, take your gains. I think always at least take some on the way up. Still in that mode, still in that zone right now. Bitcoin futures chart, again, really only use this for the gaps because it kind of replicates the Bitcoin chart, but you know, are back above that 200-day moving average. Maybe there won't be a death cross on the futures chart. Bitcoin dominance, nothing really significant here. Just recovering, curling back up. We'll see, maybe test this 50-day moving average again. But moving on to recap the yield farming. First off, want to get into Whalefarm.finance. Let's go to their Twitter page real quick, and let's see if, I mean, they went, if you remember in the last video, I said probably a scam. So I was kind of experimenting with the stable coins. I didn't, wow, are they not even, let's see, are they not even, I think that, let's see, yeah, there you go. Their whole account disappeared, completely disappeared. So total scam. We saw it coming, experimented a little bit with it, just with the stable coins, to earn whale tokens to maybe get lucky. But you can see, can't harvest your rewards for another 2 days and 7 hours, which comes out to overnight Thursday, which is actually like 1 a.m. Friday. But here's what we saw. So it had about 900 circulating supply, and you got this locked. This is essentially the rewards, right, that everybody's waiting to harvest. And there was about 900, and now there's over 51,000. So the creators, developers, clearly dumped everything they could into there to cash out, deleted the Twitter site, and then everybody in here stuck. So that's why I said don't buy the token, don't buy the whale token. It's just, you know, look at this. Actually, that drop, that was over like 6 million for the Whalefarm token. That's where you get in trouble, and that's why I was experimenting with stable coins, because hey, maybe I can, you know, get lucky and cash out on the way down. I said in the video last time that it would probably be around $1. When I was looking at this total lock number rise, I'm like, well, this is going to be like 6 cents, and now as it continues to rise, probably looking at, and since they already dumped a bunch, probably looking at somewhere 0.001 to 0.0001. So that's, you know, knew it was going to tank. It's going to, now with the, you know, more outstanding locked, those are coins, probably even harder than I expected. But you could see it was as high as like $230, and now it's 15 cents. So probably lose like $30 altogether. My deposit fees of 3.5%. So total scam. So you got to watch out for those. And there again, looking at the other ones, there is ways to make money in these. They're not all just, they're kind of scammy in the fact that the coin just gets diluted and gets diluted and gets diluted. So it's almost impossible for the price of the coin to go up. So what you're hoping is that the rewards that you get hold on, and then if you end up restaking them, like restaking, say you earn crystal, say you stake Link and USDT and you earn crystal, and then you restake crystal for 1,300% a year. You're hoping that those percentages weigh out the drop in the price of the coin. So Cosmic Swap, $1.31. If you remember, I bought that around 22, got out around 20, and then I determined, with my experimenting, that I'm not buying the actual coin. I'm buying coins that I would actually hold and earning the coin, just because I'm not going to buy something that I know has a good chance of going down. Anyways, that's that. Jet Swap actually holding on the best, $2.76, but they also are down to like the lowest rates. So yeah, I thought that was crazy. Total scam. It exists out there. You got to be careful. But hopefully people listen to my advice and didn't buy the actual whale token should they have gotten into this, and heard me say probably a scam, probably less than $1 it'll end up. So it's now 15 cents. So that sucks for people that did buy the coin. Everything's a learning experience. When you lose money, it's an investment in your education is how I see it. But hopefully nobody got too crazy with it. But anyways, just wanted to follow up with that. Wanted to share some news. Wanted to go over the price of Bitcoin. Like I said, altcoins are all moving in the direction of Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up. Altcoins go up. Some go in higher percentages. Some go in lower percentages. Bitcoin moves down. Altcoins go down. Some go in, down. Usually they go in much higher percentages down. Anyways, as you may or may not know, I'm scanning through altcoins, and I want to put a list together of my top 10 low micro cap altcoins, and I've got like 32 of them. Fortunately, as you go on, there's less and less you need to look at because they're just like joke coins that I don't know. I'm not really interested in. I thought this one was really, I almost bought it just for fun. Is Bob's Repair, Bob coin, actually up 7.9% today. It can only be bought on Hotbit or BitBay, but it's actually got their website up here, and I'm like, I just want to buy that because that could be the next meme coin. You know what I mean? When people just buy Bob's Repair coin. So I may throw $100 into it or a couple $100 into it, but thought it was funny. They actually have their website linked to the CoinGecko site. So I thought that was hilarious. And if I could, register for BitBay or Hotbit or whatever, I may just throw some in there for it to be the maybe next meme coin. Anyways, that's all for today. So hopefully by the end of the week, I'll have my top 10 microcap altcoins. Looks like we're going through a little bit of a pullback right now with Bitcoin. We struggled around the 36,457 mark. We actually got to 36.6 today. But again, still kind of sideways. We'll probably honestly close above the trend line, which is good. So not a bad move in 4 days from a low of 30,151. We had about, what is that, a 16-17% move up. So great. Filecoin pulling back now. I moved my stop up, so I'm just going to wait for that to hit should it pull back. Other than that, we'll wait for the next trade setups, and I'll come at you with if you've been following me, you already know Umbrella, Finex Flow, and Exceed Me. I like y'all. I like Super Farm a lot. I'm not in it, but it looked like it had a good day. So ones that I like already. So we'll see as I start to compare. What's my top 10? I already have 32 that I like, so I'm going to have to condense it down. So anyways, other than that, that's all I got for you today. Just wanted to share that recent news, update you on Bitcoin. I'm still in the trading mentality where if it goes up, I take profits at resistance levels, at least some. So still in that mode. It's exciting last couple days. Yeah, kind of figured the first couple days of the new weekly candle would be green. The rest of the week, I guess we'll kind of watch and see. Nothing too tempting right now unless we see some breakouts. And yeah, that's it. So I will see you next time. Hopefully later this week with a list of my top 10 that I like microcap coins, and they'll be based off of projects. Well, almost all of them will be based off of projects that are actually putting teams together, actually working to do something that could, come of something in the future. Because most of them are going to have, no product yet, and not really doing anything just yet. But anyways, look out for that. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, or if you didn't, please slap a like and a subscribe button. I would appreciate it greatly, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.